All right, buckle up, everybody. We're going deep on AI today.
Always exciting.
Yeah, today we're looking at the Peeps.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they're an AI video production company. And honestly, their work is pretty wild.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, we're talking VARD apps,
Really?
AI-generated Gin.
Wow.
And that's just scratching the surface. So, like, get ready, because this is a company that's really out there pushing the limits with AI.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, they say they're a full-service AI video production company. So, like, soup to nuts, the whole shebang.
And I've seen their website. It is jam-packed with examples of their work, like all across the board.
That's what I noticed, too. They really experiment, which is,
Impressive.
yeah, for sure. But what really jumped out at me were their stats for 2024.
I saw those.
Over 100
A
videos,
lot.
29 events, 13 workshops. Plus, they've been around for 7 years, and they've won a ton of awards. I mean, they are making a name for themselves.
For sure. And their client list is really impressive, too.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone from like National Grid and the Royal Academy of Engineering,
Big names.
but also brands like Durex and Papa John's. It seems like they can work with pretty much anyone.
Right. And it's not just traditional video production, right? They're getting into all sorts of stuff. Immersive art,
AI-generated podcasts.
ISTs even.
It's really remarkable. They're not just like following the trends. They're actually shaping them, always looking for new ways to use AI.
Pushing the boundaries.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's get into the specifics.
Let's do it.
They created the world's #1 AI advent calendar.
I saw that.
Yeah, which is cool. But what's cooler is that they, like, actually analyzed all the data from the calendar to see what people really connected with.
Smart.
And then they use that to make decisions about their future projects.
So they're not just throwing stuff out there.
Exactly. They're thinking about it.
Very strategic.
And speaking of throwing stuff out there, they also made, get this, the ultimate fart blaster Alexa skill for Despicable Me 4.
Okay, that's hilarious.
Right.
It's brilliant.
But, you know, it shows they can make fun, interactive experiences that people actually love.
Absolutely. And it's not all just fun and games either. They did a deep fake for National Grid's cybersecurity campaign, which is a pretty interesting application of AI.
I was fascinated by that.
So it was to teach people about phishing scams, and they used AI to make a fake video of a CEO, like giving away all this confidential information.
Talk about a plot twist.
Seriously, and it just shows how AI can make these super impactful messages.
For sure. And the Peeps are clearly willing to handle some pretty serious topics.
Absolutely. They also did an AI-powered art installation. It was called Faces of Game, and it looked at facial recognition tech.
That's pretty thought-provoking, especially with all the ethical debates around facial recognition.
It is, and it's great that they're using their work to start conversations about these important issues.
Right. And then there's the AI spy movie trailer they made for Field Fisher, a law firm.
I saw that. So creative.
Right. Not your typical law firm marketing material.
Not at all. They really get the power of storytelling, even in an industry that you don't always associate with creativity.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of storytelling, get this. They even experimented with making AI-generated podcasts. They used Google's Notebook LM.
Whoa, so meta. A podcast about AI made by AI?
Right.
That is wild.
It just goes to show how fast this technology is developing. Like, things that seemed impossible just a few years ago are happening now.
Yeah, it's mind-blowing.
Okay, so we've talked about their work in entertainment and cybersecurity, but they've also done a ton in the business world.
Oh, absolutely. They designed a website for MJD Growth, a consulting firm, and they made a video with Lady McRobert for the Royal Academy of Engineering.
I remember that one.
Yeah, they also did some work for this startup, Future Face, helping them with AI visual storytelling.
And they have this regular showcase for BIMA, the British Interactive Media Association. It's called Generative Genius.
It's all about highlighting like the coolest new stuff in generative AI.
Yeah, so they're not just focused on one specific industry, they're all over the place, trying to see how AI can be used for all kinds of things.
Really pushing the boundaries.
So I think it's safe to say that the Peeps are not your average video production company. They're innovators, they're experimenters, and they are pushing the limits of what's possible with AI. Their work is creative, it's diverse, and it definitely makes you think.
100%. And it's so exciting to see what we'll do next. Like, what other industries are they going to shake up with their AI-powered creativity?
Now, we've talked about a lot of their, serious projects, but let's not forget the fun stuff. They've made some pretty wild and wacky things, too.
Oh, yeah, like that AI immersive art and music experience they did for Durex.
Definitely pushing the envelope there.
For sure. And they designed these hyper-cool fashion avatars for futurist Tracy Follows.
How cool would that be, having your own AI-generated fashion avatar?
So futuristic, it shows they're not afraid to play around with different kinds of creative expression.
Totally. And they even did some celebrity deepfakes for Unlock Learning on Instagram.
Those were incredibly realistic.
Yeah, their technical skills are impressive.
Absolutely.
And get this, they created Ada, the world's first AI science curator for the Cheltenham Science Festival.
No way.
Using AI to curate a whole science festival, that's incredible.
Such a cool application of AI. It shows how it can be used to make knowledge more accessible and engaging.
Absolutely. And then there's, wait for it, Munkers Garkle, the world's first AI gin. They used AI to analyze different botanicals and flavors to create a unique gin recipe.
Wow. Talk about thinking outside the box.
I know, right? It just shows they're not afraid to experiment and have fun.
And that's what makes them so fascinating.
So we've covered a lot of ground here, but we're not done yet. There's still more to explore in the world of the Peeps.
Right. In the next part, we'll dive into some of their other projects, like their work with augmented reality and AFTs. Oh, and that fake spokesperson campaign. Don't forget that one.
Stay tuned, folks. There's a lot more to come. So AI gin, huh? That's pretty wild. And there's more.
Oh, yeah. Lots more.
Like what? AR NFTs.
They even did AR lenses, for Peter Crouch, the footballer.
No way.
Yeah, for the BBC. And for Papa John's, they did NFTs.
Wow, they really were all over NFTs.
It seems like it.
So AI gin, AR for Peter Crouch, NFTs for Papa John's.
Yeah, it's quite the range.
And then there was that fake spokesperson thing you mentioned.
Oh, right, yeah.
Tell me about that.
That was for Bauer, a recycling company.
Okay.
And they made a bunch of videos,
Okay.
but the spokesperson was a deep fake.
So they made up a whole person.
Yeah, they did.
Wow,
To talk about plastic recycling.
Oh, that's pretty clever.
Make it fun,
Yeah. So it seems like they're really pushing the boundaries of AI and marketing, huh?
Oh, absolutely. And they don't just do, commercial stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They actually worked with Bristol University
Interesting.
on an AI film project.
Cool. What was it about?
It was called Postcard from the Future, and it was about, how AI could change society.
I see, to the good and the bad.
Yeah, all of it.
It's cool that they're using their skills not just to make commercials, but to do, more serious, thought-provoking stuff.
Definitely, yeah.
On one hand, they're making fart apps.
Right.
And on the other hand, they're making these films about the future.
Yeah.
It shows how versatile they are.
Yeah, totally. It's also worth pointing out that they're not just creators, they're also, educators.
Oh, right, the workshops and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They do workshops, they do training on AI.
I saw they have one coming up called Private Organization Gen AI Workshop.
Yeah, it seems like it's specifically for companies,
That makes sense.
who want to start using AI.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're positioning themselves as experts.
Right, not just a production company.
Yeah.
But thought leaders.
Exactly. And then they have this thing in Bristol
Uh-huh.
called You Get What You Get, and this one's version 15.0.
15. So it must be popular.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah. I wonder what it get, presentations maybe?
Maybe, or demos and networking, I don't know.
Yeah, sounds fun.
Yeah. And they're going international too.
Really?
They have an event in Mauritius
No kidding.
called Brand Magic.
Mauritius, that's a pretty cool place for a work event.
I know, right? It kind of shows they're not afraid to do things differently.
Yeah, for sure. So we've talked about their past work, their future events, their training. They seem busy. What are they working on right now?
Well, they're taking commissions
Okay.
for pretty much all of it.
So AI videos, websites, the whole 9 yards.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's amazing that they've managed to become this one-stop shop for all things AI.
I know, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
I guess it shows, how much the demand for AI expertise has grown.
Yeah, it's not just a niche thing anymore. It's everywhere.
Yeah. And the Peeps are right there at the forefront. It's been so cool looking at all this stuff they've done.
It really makes you wonder, what's next for them and what's next for AI?
Definitely. What other boundaries are they going to push? What other industries are they going to change?
Yeah, who knows what they'll come up with next. One thing's for sure, I'll be keeping an eye on them.
Me too.
It's really kind of amazing how much they've done.
Yeah, in just a few years.
They've really tapped into something, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
AI isn't this abstract thing anymore,
Right.
The Peeps have made it real,
Yeah.
relatable, even, and fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
It could be anything, from fart apps
Yeah.
to art installations.
Yeah.
It's clear that they're not just following trends.
No.
They're setting them
for sure.
And their success, it makes you think
Yeah.
about the future of creativity.
Yeah, what happens?
What happens when AI can make stuff that's just as good as what humans can do?
Or even better.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy to think about.
I know.
We already have AI writing poetry, making paintings.
Right.
So where does that leave human artists?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Yeah.
There are some people who think AI is going to replace human artists.
Oh, wow.
But others think it's more like a tool.
Okay.
to help them.
I see, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not necessarily replacing, it's just like changing things up.
It's interesting to think about, like, will AI become more of a collaborator
Yeah, I think so.
instead of a competitor?
Mm-hmm.
Like, imagine working alongside an AI
Right.
to brainstorm ideas,
Yeah.
or to make something.
That'd be amazing.
It's pretty exciting, but also kind of scary,
A
right?
little bit of both.
But, I think the Peeps have shown that AI can be a good thing.
Yeah,
Like,
definite.
it could be used to make positive change,
For sure.
and it could be really creative.
Absolutely.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the Peeps,
Yeah.
I think the main takeaway is that AI is here to stay.
It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's not just a fad.
Nope.
It's changing everything.
And companies like the Peeps,
Mm-hmm.
they're leading the way.
Yeah, showing us what's possible.
When you combine creativity with AI,
It's a pretty exciting time to be alive.
it is.
So to everyone listening, keep an eye on the Peeps,
And on AI in general.
because who knows, maybe one day you'll be working with an AI to create something awesome.
Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.